Hi everyone and welcome to Whitehawk FC for the Community Day with Whitehawk FC Fans against Guernsey Mainlanders, another group of fans. So we've got a rare treat here of a group of people who probably are going to make sporting history today by hopefully not running themselves too much into the ground. But Whitehawk is this type of club. It's a club that really is embedded in the community. There's loads of people here from across the community, across East Brighton, across the whole of Brighton and Hove. There's a whole range of activities taking place here. We've had from the sort of more eclectic end, which is Morris dancing, right over to, if you look on the right hand side, you see an ambulance. There's a NHS vaccine centre taking place there, which is I think we're the first football club to host vaccines at their ground. So this is giving people an opportunity to have a vaccine if they've not been vaccinated before. But it just sort of highlights what Whitehawk's about. It's bringing the community together, using this space for the local community, for people to come along. And really, after the last year, what you can really find is that basically we're desperate for football to take place. So what you're going to see here is people starved of football, really wanting to see people getting it out there, enjoying the game, having a laugh, and just being social. And that's what we really want after last year.
October the 31st. Tell you what, it's absolutely brilliant to be back.
So it's the Whitehawk Fans team coming out. I'll give you the first rundown of the teams. Obviously, it's a fans game. There'll be a bit of change. But what we've got here, so we've got number 1 in goal, Phil Fifield. Number 3, Cammy Manick. Number 5, George Knott. 6, Ben Woodward. 7, Adam Hilton. The chicken on the wing, I think he will be called. Number 8 probably doesn't need much of an introduction for anyone who knows Whitehawk FC, but odds and evens. Number 9, Carlos Casman. Number 10, the third best Argentinian after Maradona and Messi, is Marcelo Starakov. Number 11, Archie Goldsmith. 14, Ellie Aldridge. And 18, Jamie Hart. There'll also be a number of subs. So number 2, Mike Nussbaum. And then another number 2, because this is a fans game and we've only got a limited number of kits. Number 2, Dan Curtis. Number 4, Jay Redford. Number 5, Aaron Tompkins. 6, Brian Coyle of East Brighton Food Co-op. Number 12, Lee Pettit. Another number 12, Sean Waters. Second goalkeeper, number 13, Rob Smart. 15, Owen Devereaux. And 17, the Janner, Gary Palmer. Obviously, we've got a team sheet for Guernsey. It's changing as we speak, so it's not a final list, but we'll give it a go. Rumours are that someone called David James is playing for Guernsey. I've not heard of him, but we'll see what he's like when he gets on. But in goal, famous name, but playing for Guernsey this time, Tom Letizier. Number 2, Gareth Hobbs. 3, Alfie LePage. Number 4, James LePage. Number 5, Elliot Catamol. Number 6, Dominic Down. 7, Mick Woodford. 8, Ant Scott. 9, Jamal Gabir. 10, Glenn Catamol. And 11, Steve McCarthy. So that's them as the Guernsey team comes out, led by chair of Guernsey FC, Mark Letizier. So obviously the Letizier family has quite a connection with Guernsey. I think once you see the warm-up, you realise what a treat of football you're in line for here.
It's Team Whitehawk, it's the Hawks fans. They're on the pitch, here they come. Give them a big round of applause, cheer, shout, scream. Look back.
Odds and evens leading the team out there. Hopefully he hasn't pulled a muscle just walking on the pitch.
Look at the size difference in their team. Yeah. Spot which one's David James.
I think just from the numbers on the back there, we can see someone over 6 foot quite clearly, number 15. Rumours were I think he played up front for Man City. Usual pre-match rituals there. Get the cameras in. And a reminder, this is a community day for Whitehawk FC, and again after the year, just getting people back together. I mean, for many of these guys playing, never been on the pitch before. Well, not this pitch before. Hopefully they've been on a pitch before. For the uninitiated, Whitehawk FC does have a slight slope. If you're here, you can sort of see it. Rumours are that it's 12 feet from the corner flag down by the scoreboard down there and to the opposite corner. So you always want to be shooting downhill. As a fan of Whitehawk, what we always hope that the players do is we shoot into the din end, which is there at the left-hand side. It's covered, so when you start singing for actual games, you get a bit of sound in there, and also you're shooting downhill into that goal, which creates a bit of energy. But non-league football in England, what tends to happen is you move at change ends at half-time with the team, so you're behind the goals when behind the goal that you're shooting into, so you're giving your forwards something to cheer and to aim for. So hopefully Whitehawk win the toss, and with a younger, fitter opening lineup, they can run uphill for the first half. Probably should actually remind people that Guernsey are wearing green and white, and Whitehawk are red and white. Sort of reiterate the sort of voluntary and community aspects of this team. So Adam Hart's walking towards us with the linesman flag, wearing the baseball cap there. He normally does social media, but he's team coach today. And the guy in the centre circle there with the camera is Andy Schofield, who's the chair of Whitehawk FC. Another local legend with the light blue shirt on there, JJ Waller. You might have seen some of his famous photos of Brighton around the town. He has this amazing eye at finding the interesting and the quirky in Brighton, which if anyone's ever been to Brighton will know it's quite hard to find anything eccentric or quirky here. JJ's done quite a few different photos of the ultras here and capturing the sort of the fun, the atmosphere that we generate when we get back to normal football.
He would have loved to have been here today as a keen follower.
And also just listen to the commentator over there. This is a memorial for Fred Moore, who's a long-standing legend who died in the last year. So there'll be a minute's silence just for that.
So we're going to do a minute's applause now, and then the referee will blow when the referee blows his whistle. Let's play some football.
So for those who don't know, captain number 8, Odds and Evens, he's basically the Flavor Flav of Whitehawk FC. He's the hype man who gets everyone going. He's the guy that keeps those conversations going, gets people energised, positivity. Every community needs one. Well, I would say every community needs quite a few. And he does an amazing job keeping everyone together, hence why he's captain. They say everyone's got a book in them, maybe an autobiography in them. Odson's got about 10 autobiographies in him. If you ever speak to him, he's got so many stories. He put Tolstoy to shame. So Guernsey kicking downhill first half, Whitehawk kicking uphill. Looks like Carlos Castman's going to be kicking off. Marcelo Starakov there, number 10.
I just wondered because you were
Third best Argentinian to grace a football pitch. Although, as a Whitehawk fan, we should actually highlight that we used to have an amazing player called Sergio Torres. Left Argentina as a child, well, as a young man, to fulfil his dream of being a professional footballer. Ended up coming to the UK, managed to make it professional, and as he got older later in life, he ended up playing for Whitehawk for 3 or 4 seasons. One of the reasons why Marcelo came along, he'd heard about this Argentinian coming to play for Whitehawk. We had an Argentinian manager as well at the time. So let's be fair, Marcelo's the second best Argentinian who's been on this pitch. Guernsey kicking off there. Some lad called David James on the ball. Oh, early chance for Guernsey. And Fifield's out, managed to make the save. Clearly the Man City Guardiola approach is trying to pay dividends, getting the ball out quick and early. That David James just pulled a muscle by, look at it. There you go, Adam Hilton, often wears a chicken costume as part of fancy dress at Whitehawk. Marcelo in there, oh what a boss. Good defence, good defence. Adam Hilton there, number 7. Obviously fancying himself as a bit of a Ronaldo today. Good shot there, just wide, just wide. Number 9 there, I think usually kicking an egg-shaped ball, but today with the round one. I'll hand you over to the Guernsey, the knowledge of Guernsey.
Hi, it's non-league Mike here. I'm playing a bit later, so a little bit confused on the actual players' names for Guernsey, well, and for Whitehawk, but I live locally and do some of the commentary when Guernsey come to the mainland, but obviously not for a couple of years because we've had a couple of lockdowns. But yeah, very nice weather here at East Brighton Park. Playing good spirits, lovely side show. Lots of people turned out today. We've got the great David James leading the line for the main. That's MANE, as in the Lion Main Landers for Guernsey. It's a bit of a scratch squad we've got. We're sporting the new white away kit, but some of us only met for the first time today, so we're just relying on sort of past knowledge of our football skills. In fact, I haven't done my size 11s for about 20 odd years till I went for a couple of K run this morning before I come out. Well, I'll hand you back to the knowledgeable guys and I'll try and sort out the team sheet so I know the players.
Thanks a lot. Don't worry, we're still trying to work out the Whitehawk team as well. So.
All right.
There's Carlos on the ball. Volunteer for a charity that we're partnering with. Oh, what a strike. Oh, just wide. Clearly a ringer.
15 vaccines left. Everything must go.
So Carlos Castman is a volunteer for Pledge Ball, which is a partner we've been working with over the last year, to try to encourage people to be more environmentally aware. Basically, using football as a way of sort of encouraging people to pledge to cut their carbon emissions, using the competition of football to say, oh, you know, we can do this and do it collectively. So it's nice to see Carlos down here. He does a lot of their social media work. So. That's a proper goal kick. There we go. Grace any non-league football game, that. Ooh. First corner of the game to Guernsey. A little bit of background for Whitehawk. When Whitehawk have a corner, a lot of the fans will get their keys out. Call it corner a key moment. They'll start rattling their keys, trying to make some noise, trying to generate some atmosphere. A bit different on a community day, but that's a good corner.
That's a good corner.
Very good corner. Castman on the ball again. Adam Hilton sprinted up the middle. 4 against 2. First goal to Whitehawk. Good breakaway there. Archie Goldsmith finishing off with a plum, I think you could say. 4 on 2. Castman bringing in the drawing the tackle, finding the space. As a fan, normally I'm in the crowd, and you always think that the atmosphere is really, really loud. Surprising how loud it is when you're over here. When you hear a cheer when the goal goes in. There you go. Ben there just having it far away from goal as possible. Marcelo there.
Oh, Chris, good ball. Oh, that's good ball, Jamel. Go on, Jamel.
Oh, danger here for Whitehawk. Good tackle from Early Aldridge there.
Go on, Gary. Oh, Josh, have a shot there.
Jamie Hart there, putting pressure on the shot taker. Jamie Hart, the brother of the manager, Adam.
Share the mic. No, yeah, one of you hold it and just it'll pick you both.
6 gone.
6 gone, and well, Hawks are leading 1-0. I've got to be fair to say that the possession's been quite even, to be honest. Considering a bit of a rookie side for the mainlanders. But, Jamal looks to be the player in class who's playing up with Jamo. 2 of them leading the line. Look a bit of class when they're actually getting to the edge of the Hawks box. It's a good position up the gantry here at west of the enclosed ground. Never actually seen a game. I've been to about a dozen Hawks games and about a dozen Guernsey games. Obviously the lockdown has prevented me doing commentary on much of the Guernsey stuff, but Nigel Braybrook, one of the Guernsey directors, knows that I'm available when they come and visit. But there's Jamel's through on goal here. Number 9's through on the Hawks goal. Great tackle by number 5 Hawks. It's George Knott. Oh, it looks like Jamel's down. He might need a bit of attention here. So the green lines are kicking down the hill this first half. It's a natural slope from the northeast corner to the southeast corner. Kicking towards the din stand. So there's a fair crowd here. A good few hundred, I'd say. So I'll hand you back over to the Hawks commentator.
So George Knott there, a classic old centre-half tackle, taking man and ball. Well, I should say ball and man, shouldn't I, really? He said before the game that he was wanted to play for the pride of his unborn son. So I think we can sort of really see how and why people want to play today. They're playing for all sorts of reasons. It's about coming together as a community, coming together for fun and showing what football can all be about. one of the reasons why we're playing Guernsey. I'll just pause for the corner.
Go on! Oh!
Good header there. I think Fifield and goal had that covered, but still a good header. The Whitehawk ultras there singing we're going to score in a minute. They sing that all throughout the game, whether we look like we're going to score or not. So, but one of the reasons why we're playing Guernsey is that before the 2019-2020 season was called to an end, we played Guernsey, and we took about 100 fans over. There's quite a big contingent of Hawks fans, and because of it, it's just sort of they had a great time. They found that the Guernsey club were really friendly and supportive, as most clubs are in the non-league. This is what it's about. It's about cooperation rather than completely about competition. But we had a great time over there and made friends, and the whole idea was to do something properly when Guernsey came back at the end of last season, but unfortunately that all was brought to a halt. But this is the first opportunity we've had to sort of re-cement that friendship. That's the beauty of football. You've got regular fixtures, so you can meet your friends on a regular basis. Good pass there down the left.
Number 18. He's a
number
sub.
18.
Just been subbed on.
Aldridge clearing there. Thinking about for a corner. Yep.
Another corner to the ring round.
I think it's fair to say that possession-wise and probably the danger zone areas, Guernsey have had the better chances. Corners, opportunities, but that one breakaway from Whitehawk.
Just going back to that season when Whitehawk went to Foots Lane, that was, I believe, one of only 2 attendances of over 1,000 fans there, including 100 odd Hawks fans that were there. So there's a big point, and like Mark says, there's a big friendship between the two clubs, and they're most welcome in the committee at Foots Lane. So yeah, interesting game. We won't be playing obviously together this season because the pyramid is reconstructed such that the 2 sides are in different divisions. So anyway, but there'll be chances for friendlies in the future. Another little chance there for Guernsey. They're in a bit of play now, having gone 1 goal down. So one of our better players has obviously got a knock on the calf and had to come off in the 10 minutes. But the 18 sub is doing his business quite well. Another corner to Guernsey on the right. Oh, it's a header! Oh!
Great corner, great header, great save. Straight to the keeper, but headed it down. Keeper was in the right position. Nicely flated corner there. Just right on his head. Didn't have to do much, just had to direct it. Nice bit of tidying up at the back there from Guernsey's number 10.
Oh, come on, Tom.
Rare mistake from the Guernsey keeper.
The keeper's Tom Letizia, but no relation to Matthew, the great Matthew Letizia from Southampton. But it's a bit like Smith is in this country, is a common surname. But I believe there's a Mia Letizia playing for the Albion ladies at the present time. But anyway, Guernsey coming forward with another break for the. Oh, it's just gone past him. He's still on the ball, sub number 18, taking it to inside the box now, past it to 11. Outside his foot, it's cleared away for another Guernsey corner.
Well, Whitehawk better be wide awake here because the last corner was perfectly flighted, great header and a great save. So let's see if the same thing happens. Sub for Whitehawk here. The beauty of this game is we've got the sub number 12 coming on, but we've got 2 number 12s in the sub list. So it could be Lee Pettit, it could be Sean Waters.
You only get this in non-league football.
Yeah. To be fair, we could claim this is just because this is a fans team, but it probably would happen at non-league as well.
Go on.
Carlos there tackling the ball. Last time he got it like that,
Well in.
Whitehawk scored.
As an occasional visitor to these parts, how much bearing does the slope have on the play? I mean, I know it evens out at full time, but is there much of a bearing?
Well, when I've spoken to the players, they always say that it can be quite tiring when it's particularly wet and heavy on the legs. But then equally, when you're the home team, you know how to play the pitch, because you can aim for that corner. You know it's going to hold up a bit because obviously gravity's going to take an effect. But then equally, it does even out over 90 minutes, and it just sort of depends. Ooh, good strike there from Carlos. But it does even out over 90 minutes, and it sort of depends on the context of the game. If you're chasing the game, psychologically you want to be shooting downhill, and a lot of the players do say they prefer to be shooting downhill second half, just because it's psychologically better. David James coming off there. I've always been partial to those Kappa kits, particularly when Italy sort of introduced them about 20 years ago. Whitehawk have also introduced a new kit this year, which is by Hope and Glorious, a small company up in Oldham. So each of the Whitehawk kits are produced from recycled plastic bottles. Odds and evens coming off there. I think probably have as much influence off the pitch as the hype man as he will do on the pitch. Proper captain on and off. Yeah, as I was saying, the new Whitehawk kits are made from recycled plastic bottles. So each kit's made of 16 plastic bottles. And we also decided we weren't going to change our kit every year, try and keep it for 2 years so that people didn't have to keep buying new kits and we could reuse them.
Nice ball. It's fair play that David James has taken time out to support both the causes here that are being raised for the Whitehawk Food Bank and the Guernsey Mine Charity. Great turnout today, and he's certainly brought extra people along because the big name England keepers come to town basically. So it's very, very impressed.
Yeah, quite a lot of people were quite keen on seeing David James, play for England and Man City and Liverpool. Let's not forget, but he's come as part of Utilita, who sponsor Whitehawk. Is a campaign they're doing called Rebooted, about recycling old pairs of football boots and giving them to communities. So if you've got old boots, particularly if you've got young people and they're outgrowing them, then there's a way of giving them back into different community groups rather than just sort of chucking them out. So we should thank David James for putting his name to that. Carlos to Marcelo, on to Adam. Tries a shot. Ooh, went for glory, saw the back pages and narrowly wide. That's Jamie Hart there. There's the beauty of non-league as well. Hearing a jeer as the goalkeeper lines up for their silky skills. You never forget those skills, clearly. Some of us, like me, never had them, so it's always a joy when you see them on the pitch. Oh, good strike, good save. So the new number 8 came off for Whitehawk, having quite an immediate influence there.
Oh, unlucky guys.
So the new number 11 on the right there for Whitehawk, Brian Coyle. He's found a member of the East Brighton Food Co-op. So in the last year they made, produced and delivered over thousands of meals to people during COVID, people who were socially isolated or found it difficult to get out, or simply just didn't have the money to be able to afford their own groceries. So people like that is what makes football, local communities, what they are. Before the game I had the privilege of watching Brian warming up on the other side, because there's as part of the community day there's a young woman there teaching yoga, so Brian thought he'd warm up with a bit of yoga. Don't think he'd done it before. Luckily he didn't pull anything. Ben coming off there, Ben Woodward, more famous at Whitehawk for songs about Smirnoff Ice, which has become a bit of a legend within the young Whitehawk ultras. I'm of an age where I didn't even know that Whitehawk, where Smirnoff Ice was still being made, but there you go. Archie Goldsmith on the ball. Remember the guy who scored the goal. Marcelo in there, Archie again. Took a touch. Oh no. Guernsey throw. So Tom Harris is the referee, another volunteer at Whitehawk. Helps with the social media. Oh, Marcelo there with a bit of skills.
Loads of time, Chris, loads of time.
It's Guernsey right back, Chris there. For loads of time.
Nice chip.
Good header from George Knott there. Good old-fashioned centre half.
Good.
I think you'd see himself in the Neil Ruddock mode there, I think. Oh, good strike there from Guernsey.
You don't shoot, you don't score. Yes, it's glorious day here at East Brighton Park. Yeah, my first visit here was in '88 when, if you look up Wikipedia for David James, he's born in 1970, but his main boyhood team was Luton Town, and Luton Town played here in a friendly just as Luton were about to lift the trophy that everyone remembers, the Litwoods Cup in the spring of that year against the Arsenal. Not the Arsenal Invincibles, but the really quite good Arsenal team at the time. And I think it was a 2-2 draw from memory, that game. It's here. But that's before the main stand was extended, and then all the actual stands here that came from with Dean. So it's an interesting little fact there. But yeah, definitely his team, although he's on Watford books, he's a bit of a Luton Hatters guy through and through. I'll hand you back to Mark.
Yeah, good passage of play from Guernsey, keeping the ball well. Oh, mistake there in defence. Oh, Brian making a good clearance there. So, interesting fact for the Guernsey fans. So, a guy called Dan Curtis has just come on, number 2. He's gone into central defence there. From Jersey, which I think people from Guernsey really like, isn't it? Well, and I know he loves Guernsey.
It's a bit like a Palace Albion sort of scenario.
Yes, I think we're going to keep our eyes on number 2, Dan Curtis, for any dodgy business, sort of getting retribution or anything.
Go on, Alfie.
Oh, putting his head in where it hurts there, number 14.
Still there.
What we like, good old-fashioned goal-mouth scramble, and potentially a breakaway up the hill. Archie Goldsmith, the goal scorer there. He's got a pass. Men over, pass fans. The only Guernsey defender in the box.
Go on, 18.
Dan, there you go, there's Dan.
Oh!
Ooh, good goalkeeping again. Game sort of stretched now, opening up a bit. After a good passage of play from Guernsey there. Jamie Hart playing like Socrates in his pomp. Great pass. Oh,
just a bit hard, heavy touch.
Carlos did well there to try and get under control. Just slightly heavy.
You all right, Jamal?
So Jamal's come back on. Obviously, substituted earlier after that heavy challenge from George. Whitehawk had better be alert because Jamal was a very tricky customer.
Yes, I've noticed the Lions management team have picked like a really quite a class, experienced central spine. The three central players seem to be the guys amongst the 18 of us squad members who have actually had the experience. Not, I wouldn't say as high level as as the normal Whitehawk team or even the Guernsey team, but managers putting the players where it matters to get possession. I think against the Hawks in this first half anyway.
Do you play together regularly then?
No, half of us haven't met before today, so.
Just like the Whitehawk team then.
I think the keeper's got experience. The captain, Gary, who's got the multicoloured armband. Jamal has had experience. And I think, from what I can tell, number 18, the sub has as well. But the others are just a group of mainlanders who follow the Lions when they come, which seems a long time ago now. But what today have done is rebooted the season. It's like it's quite early pre-season friendly, but it's actually got people interested in football again.
Oh, nearly a brace for Archie then. Same combination, Carlos to Archie, but bobbled. Clearly hit a bobble and went over. I say definitely a reboot for this. After 18 months, it feels like. I think we can all sort of say that time has taken a weird turn in the last year. It's gone very quickly and very slowly. But football really just brings that normality back. Regular fixtures, seeing familiar faces, getting back into the routine of it. And the thing is, I think with the last year, it really highlights just how important volunteers are to the club. We had a volunteers week at Whitehawk a couple of weeks ago, which I was privileged to come along and paint some of the railings. Oh, good chance for Whitehawk there. Carlos on the ball. Oh, tried the fancy flick and it's gone out for a goal kick. But behind the scenes over the last year, there's been a lot of people. There's been a lot of people behind the scenes sort of keeping the club going. So we have Nigel and Pete and Keith the groundsman. Keith the groundsman. He's really produced a really beautiful pitch. He's lucky that he's had obviously a year without football on it, but done a lot of hard work behind the scenes. And Nigel, the CEO, doing a lot of work. John Rosenblatt kept the figures going, but then equally we've had a team of people: Rob, Jim, Joe, Rosie, Pete the Shed, John Ayling, who've just done loads of great work behind the scenes, and there's loads of other people. I'm really sorry if I've forgotten any of those people, any names there, but we've really got to thank. There's definitely a call for a penalty. Keepers, ref's giving it outside the box.
All the live fans out there.
Good cross.
Ooh, ooh. Go on it. He was getting them on target in warm-up.
What do we? This is the time when the fans would usually be singing "This Isn't Twickenham." Went over the stands into the next door.
He's the Whitehawk programme editor. But no, he's got
Adam Hilton coming off there.
He's got a useful pin on him, as well as a pen.
Yeah. Owen Devereaux coming on there for Adam Hilton at Whitehawk.
Simple total football, lads. What can I teach you?
Going for the Beckham sleeves of tattoos, and pass doesn't quite find him. Good goalkeeping off his line, read that well.
Good ball, go on FC.
Whitehawk fans have already started showing their friendship by calling the goalkeeper, saying something slanderous like he's from Jersey. Great shot. Oh! Didn't quite curl enough into that top corner. Nice strike. Got to say the lion's share of chances have gone to Guernsey, but maybe the more clear-cut ones have gone to the Whitehawk. Correct. But very much on the break.
Pretty useful, this sub number 8. I think he's in the dressing room. He was down as Steve somewhere. I don't think it was his surname, but he looks like he's played a bit, doesn't he?
Because I realised I'm doing 3 days.
Jamie Hart taking over as captain after Adam Hilton's gone off. Looking through to go through the middle. Carlos not quite getting under control. Good pass back to the keeper who clears it up.
Go on, Steve.
Brian putting a great tackle in there, putting his body on the line.
Off the estate, that one was. Seriously. He was like, what are you doing there?
Carlos running through on goal. Went for glory.
Carlos, we brought you in for scoring, mate. He told me go back to me.
I'm going to get active for like
And you lot, yeah? Get on, yeah?
Go on, Lions, you're playing well.
The Guernsey coach stroke linesman there saying that the Guernsey team's a bit quiet, just as the commentary team are, as we admire the football on display.
That's what it is, it's astounding, isn't it?
Yes.
Go on, Jamie! Go on, Jamie!
It's quite nice being up on the commentary platform here. Good tackle there from number 10.
Good clearance.
Not just getting the ball, but clearing it far away.
Well, half hour in, the Lions have not been overawed here. So. I know we've got a kick down here in the second half. Sorry, uphill, so it's a bit more of a challenge.
Nice play on the edge of the box. Carlos makes space, and he did everything but score. Did everything but score.
No, I told you, Carlos, get him off, Carlos, come on, after that. We've had enough, mate. You're all for saving the plug, but not scoring, come on.
Carlos coming off there. Adam Butterworth taking the captain's arm back. Oh no, pass it on to Brian. Adam Butterworth's one of the success stories of Whitehawk, and we set up a community group, Whitehawk in the Hawks in the community, a couple of years ago, which included some coaching and Hawks heroes getting older men back playing football again, getting some fitness. And what happened with Adam, number 12 there, is that he wasn't feeling too good, and the lad said to him, I think you should go to the doctor. And he went to the doctor and discovered that basically he had cancer, and he didn't realise. And because he'd gone to play football, the camaraderie of the blokes with him saying, I think you should look after yourself, mate. And he's now clear, and as you can see, out on the pitch and putting in a good ball there. Good save by the keeper. Good. So just as he said, he he would have just been sitting on the sofa at home watching telly when actually it got him out playing football and just put him in the position where he might find himself in a place to get better. Without maybe not even realising that he had it. I think that's what the last year's really shown us as well, is just how important football's been for mental health as well. Yeah. Just coming along, saying hi to people you might not even know their first name or where they work, but you come along, you say hi, you're a face.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Have a drink, chips and a burger, have a laugh, rather than being stuck at home.
So it's out with a corner. Well fielded by the Hawks central defence. Oh, there's a shirt pull there. Yeah, that's Elliot Catamol. He's just been spoken to by the ref. I don't think there'd have been a card brandished there. So.
Catamol, any relation to Lee Catamol?
Well, I was at the Middlesbrough fame. Yeah, I had a chance to have a chat with a guy because literally went a couple of minutes introduction and that's it.
Wonder if there's any family connection to the dark arts of football and fouling. But a shirt pull isn't really that dark an art, is it?
I'll leave off, Brett.
Hawks fans sort of amongst themselves decide that we don't swear and shout abuse at the officials. I mean, we do shout abuse. We call the referee a referee. We take on board the usual chants that people might sing at them, but we just turn it into something a little bit different. Doesn't necessarily mean we agree with most of their decisions. I say Tom's a volunteer here, so we wouldn't give him too much stick.
We're nearly into the 40th minute now and it remains 1-0 to the Hawks. With the goal after, I think it was 10 minutes, roughly approximately that time. Being the difference between the two sides. But game's playing in good spirit still. Jamal, nice lay off by Jamal. Plays it to the left midfielder, Chris. Oh, Steve. And it was Josh who was waiting for the lap over pass but didn't quite come off there. Oh, it's to the right wing to Ant. The Hawks programme editor, and he's coming in with a cross. Oh, well shielded by the Hawks number 5.
There's a rumour the Goose is coming on, yeah, lad? Goose. Worth a gander.
Very droll.
Well, have you heard that off mic there? Simon Onton-Evans saying the Goose is coming on. I think he might be worth a gander. I definitely wasn't going to own that joke. So Goose is Mike Nussbaum. Apparently he's Goose by name and Goose by nature. I think that might be one of those things they call an in-joke. Nice little bit of tidying up there.
Ant on the white side, right.
Guernsey playing the flanks well. Good ball in. Oh, difficult skill there, side foot volley, but he did well. Couldn't quite get it under control. Under the bar rather. By my count, that's 2 balls that's gone over the din end into Brighton College next door. Brighton College is a private school, an independent school in Brighton, usually playing rugby, so they're used to balls going high and wide.
No swearing.
George not with a good clearance.
Well, I guess.
Adam gets it under control, nice chest. Run uphill.
Well out. Elliot Casamore.
Numbers over for Whitehawk, not quite went for glory, because numbers over. Ooh, coming across the body, difficult to hit, but kept it down, but not quite on target. What you realise when you stood up in a gantry is just how easy they make it look.
He sort of struck across that one, wasn't it? It was more of a golfing sort of connection on the golf ball. It turned out to be a bit of a slice in there, but for me it looked like it might have been on target to start with.
Jamal coming back, getting the ball, getting it under control, not quite getting the pass.
Nice ball.
Good run in there, good tackle, managed to get the corner. By my count, that's the first corner for Whitehawk, close to the end of the first half. Whitehawk fans enjoying the sun and the sea end. And the sea end is called the sea end not because it's close to the sea, but because you can see the sea from it. Good strike, good double save. Good reflexes there, second save.
Yeah, Tom Letizia.
TV goal, that.
I looked at dead cert that was going to go in on the second attempt, but the body made himself big. Deflected out for a Hawk's second corner from the right hand side. That's the Hawk's right, our left as we look.
Goal given? No, goal not. Referee shaking his head. He's given us a foul. All stemmed from an attempted bicycle kick from George Knott there. Didn't connect with it. Looked more like one of the rusty bicycles that's littering Brighton on lampposts. But good opportunism to try and get it in the net, which they did. It's chalked off.
Unlucky, plenty of time.
Guernsey streaming forward now. Oh, running into trouble there, number 16.
Your family, David. No, your family watching.
Come on, Josh.
Dan Curtis on the ball from Jersey with a sweet ball up the right there. Adam Butterworth coming in, looking for number 2 for Whitehawk. 2-0 just before half time. The killer time to score.
It's a tough time to score.
I think it's fair to say that that goal is going to be replayed in pubs for the rest of the year.
You made that. Oh, you made that. Tom, hold on. Oh, you made that, mate. That intercept up. No way.
A couple of minutes to go.
Sean Waters there, number 12, one of the 3 number 12s in the squad. Sean Waters there with a fine finish. Great work from Adam Butterworth though. All stemming from Dan Curtis. Inflicting the maximum wound on Guernsey for the Jersey boy there. Pass up the wing, Butterworth across. Waters in.
Nicely. And again,
strong challenge there. Whitehawk break again, using youth and pace. 3 against 1. Ooh! Made hard work of it. Keeper got to it, did very well. 3-0.
it's coming off.
Good young player. Oh, he's coming. Odds and Evans coming back on again. Obviously wants a bit of the action. He's feeling that he's missing out on one of the goals. Young lad, number 17 there. Right place, right time. It's finally woken up the Whitehawk fans who've started singing now. Either that or the beers have just kicked in.
Go on. Elliot. Oh, nice cross.
I don't know, I mean, the goal's a goal, isn't it? I'm sorry, mate. I've got a chance to score past
One shot goal.
I think his players starting to tire. It's opening up a bit. Oh, good ball, Adam. Sweeper keeper there. There's the influence of Guardiola on the Guernsey team.
Man on, George. Nice.
Good strike. Ooh.
Oh, just couldn't keep it in. Goal kick to the Hawks. Probably a minute left of the first half. I don't think there's been an overly. There's been the injury to Jamal, which you might add. There's been a few subs because it's rolling substitution method today. So I reckon probably 3 or 4 minutes extra. Got no boards, I don't think, at this level. So it's just what the referee will indicate in a minute's time.
Odson running past the ball there, sort of forgetting what the purpose of football is about. Well played, Jamal. Good strength, good intelligence to hold it up. Ooh, good cross, not quite anyone on the end of it.
Oh, hit his standing foot.
That was one of those that could have been clipped and could have gone viral, but luckily didn't go in the goal.
The dynamas of the first half. It's corner to the mainlanders on the left as we look at it, which is the Whitehawk left. We had a number 2. That's it.
3-0 to Whitehawk fans against Guernsey fans, the Guernsey mainlanders. Fairly even in terms of possession, some good opportunities both sides, probably flattering to Whitehawk, I would think. So we'll wrap it up for half time, go off and get our tea and biscuits.
Enjoy the commentary. Well done, guys.
Welcome back for the second half of Whitehawk fans against Guernsey fans. Oh God, that's a Freudian slip, isn't it? It's almost like I planned it. So, second half of Whitehawk fans against Guernsey fans, Guernsey mainlanders. Whitehawk 3-0 up. Fairly even first half. Guernsey had a lot of possession of the ball, some good opportunities, a couple of good saves from the Hawks keeper, Fifield and goal there. But Hawks did get quite a few opportunities, overloaded their defence and getting people in the box. Their keeper Tom Letizia making a number of fine saves. One exceptional double save there towards the end of the first half. So after the first half, managed to get down, talk to some of the players, actually find out their names, which was always a good idea for a commentator. So Adam Butterworth getting ready to kick off for the second half. Whitehawk in red shooting downhill against Guernsey in white and green shooting uphill. Rumours are that certain David James might be turning out in the second half as well. I think he's probably hoping to play downhill both halves.
Yeah, I know, but I know that. No, I know that. But I've had it the time before where I get the players where he ain't got a shirt.
Come on, ref! One of our trains are late. Come on, ref!
Hodson there sort of criticising Tom, the referee, for getting the trains late, which anyone in Brighton and Sussex will know that the trains are always absolutely punctual. You'll never have any delays from Southern Rail. You definitely will never be getting on at Three Bridges onto a rail replacement bus. Gary Palmer there, the Janner from Plymouth. A number of Guernsey threats have come through Jamal, number 9 there, through the middle. So number 17 there, Poo Min, young lad who works at Crew Club, which is a youth centre in Whitehawk Estate. So Poo Min, who scored with his first touch, must be very, very happy. Number 11 there on the left, Archie Goldsmith, who scored the first goal, was also a volunteer at the Crew Club. Really important part of the local community in the Whitehawk Estate. Done some amazing work with young people. Organised a variety of things. Got a sound studio so people can record music, rap, hip hop. There's boxing club, football coaching. They've been, through lockdown, trying to get people out and active, just partly for the social, but couch to 5k runs and things like that. Just getting people moving, getting people social. Which is Adam Butterworth there. Ooh, good strike, just over. Said earlier, Adam was one of the sort of stars of the Hawks Heroes that the Crew Club was running. Getting older men back out, getting them fit again. Been told about the comment section on YouTube for the live stream. I've been informed by Hodson. I basically held a gun to my head and said if I don't ask you to put comments in the calling for him to come on the pitch, then I didn't want to say what he'd do to me. But if you want Hodson back on the pitch, comment in the comment section, emojis, whatever you want to do. Jamal there, breaking through, get a strike and getting one back for Guernsey there. Good finish. Rob Smart, the new goalkeeper for Whitehawk. Couldn't quite get down. Jamal running through.
Come on, lad, what I told you, man. Jamie, get a grip of him, son. He's running the game.
So Jamal Gabir said he was born on the obscure Bailiwick Isle of Sans Serif 23 years ago. Since moving to the UK, Jamal has spent 13 years playing rugby. Totally different shaped ball. Adam there, great ball. And Gary Palmer for the third ball to go over into Brighton College's pitch there.
I told you about that slope, haven't I, Mark? Yeah?
Hopefully they'll give those balls back.
I've done it myself. I used to do it on purpose so I could keep the balls after, yeah? You get them far enough, that's the way to do it.
So the stand on the left is called the Din, partly because it's got the roof, keeps the sound in, so we particularly like playing that, being in their second half. Got a disco ball as well, so adds to the sort of party atmosphere that we try to generate down at Whitehawk with the Hawks fans. Game's slowing down a touch. It's quite warm here, actually, quite exposed. The enclosed ground right in the foot of the South Downs, but just to the left you can see the sea, Brighton Beach. Throw to Guernsey, right down there. The Din's starting to live up to its name. 20 fans can generate quite a lot of noise. Guernsey throw there, just underneath the scoreboard. Scoreboard was a kind donation from Brighton and Hove buses, and if you look very carefully, it's actually two signs from the buses of Brighton and Hove. So if you look very carefully, the font is exactly the same as the electric screens on the front of buses that ride around Brighton and Hove. 3-1 here, Whitehawk against Guernsey. Hawks getting a lot of overloads. Several men against. Rolling back the ears there, the Guernsey number 10. Really breaking away. Dan Curtis. No. The Goose. Jamie Hart, great control. To Pumin, who scored the third goal for the Hawks. Adam Butterworth showing his fitness. And not quite for the right back.
What was that, guys? Oh, play it to feet. Why? Oh yeah, the score. Who's on the scoreboard? Text him, will you?
The Guernsey bench there just pointing out that Hawks haven't updated the scoreboard, still saying 3-0 on the scoreboard. For those local, the number Archie Goldfish there, Goldsmith there, another good shot. But for local Brighton Hove people, the number 1 bus is the one that goes to Whitehawk. Obviously they don't want number 1 associated with Guernsey mainlanders. Archie Goldsmith on the ball, good pass, unlucky, just too high for Adam Butterworth there. He keeps it in, Mikey was on co-coms in the first half there with me, making that last-ditch tackle, saving Guernsey from another potential goal. And almost immediately Guernsey have broken up the other end. Dan Curtis, the Jersey boy, clearing Whitehawk's lines. Poomin on the ball. Ooh. Late challenge there. Doubt it was malicious, but youthful energy slightly overriding.
J-Mo from Whitehawk, here we go. No, look. Coming round.
Good strike. Ooh. Adam trying.
You have to keep them down, Mark. You know what I mean? These guys don't know. Gaps on them, mate.
Just to the left there, the new Whitehawk signing. Getting ready for the new season, David James. We're sporting one of the new Eco kits from Hope and Glory. Very nice CR2. Glad I put my order in for one. 16 recycled plastic bottles that went into making that. Hawks break it. Oh, no, they don't. Oh, she's starting to show off a bit there. Good strike, but straight down Tom Letizier's throat there.
16.
Jamalga is pushing through again. Easily being the best threat for Guernsey all game. Forces a corner. Nice direct play from Guernsey there. Guernsey have had several corners throughout this match. Whitehawk fans showing their literacy skills by spelling out Whitehawk. Guernsey corner, breaking away now. Poor pass, Adams managed to break away. Good cross, booming on the button now. Good strike, good save from Tom Letizier. Booming his score with his first touch, close to the end of the first half. Nice strike. Good play from Whitehawk, breaking away quickly. Jamal's a little bit isolated, having to do a lot of work himself there. Does very well, very well. Oh. Did a lot of work, all the hard work. Couldn't quite finish. Good defence to close them off. Rob Smart in goal for Whitehawk. So he talked to play it out from the back. Good strike from number 18, good save Rob. Hasn't quite gone off for the corner, or has it?
Great save there by Rob, wasn't it? Brilliant. He got down, he saw it.
First substitution for Guernsey. Guernsey goal scorer Jamal Gabir coming off. Cammy Manick coming on, number 3 there for Whitehawk. Cammy Manick's claim to fame is he met David Attenborough once and apparently doesn't stop banging on about it. But I think if I met David Attenborough, I'd be quite happy too. Jamie Hart breaking away and gone for the long ball. Alan Butterworth sprinting, does very, very well. 1-on-1. Oh, and he shows off and it backfires with the back heel. Did very well to break through there, close the ball down. Thought it was Thierry Henry in his pomp. Aaron Tompkins just come off. Ben Woodward just coming back on. Clearly had a couple of Smirnoff ices and feeling a bit more refreshed. There you go. Game's starting to open up a bit as people tire. The sun gets in. Ooh. Well played, Tom Letizier there. Good goalkeeping. Demonstrating some real skills and expertise between the sticks there. Good low strike from the Guernsey right winger there, young right winger. Rob Smart gets down well, just tips it past. Good corner from Guernsey. Ooh. Misses the heads in the box, and Whitehawk look to break again, using some pace from Archie Goldsmith there. Big gap between the midfield and the strikers from Whitehawk there. Some of the players look like they've just had an invisible caravan connected to them.
Jamie, next time the ball goes out, come on.
Oh no, they're just walking. Wayward cross there. Gives the ball back to Guernsey. So Jay Redford, number 4, just running on. Very lively in the first half. Hopefully adding a bit of energy in midfield. Some young legs, fresh legs. Good through ball. Good through ball. Keeper does well, reads it, gets out. On the Cammy Manick there. Good ball, down to Adam Butterworth there. Adam showing his skills again. Archie Goldsmith strike, good save against, too close to the goalkeeper. Game definitely opening up the second half. Good strike, good save.
I was going to say, where's the right back for a minute there? Having been in that position for 10 minutes, it's quite a bit of running off the ball involved there.
I think we've just got the Guernsey right back up here, that's why there was a gap there. Last time we saw him making a great last-ditch challenge, saving almost certain goal.
Yes, I thought he was going to hit centrally, so I managed to stick my thigh in the way of that shot. But it's actually really, for 10 minutes worth, I haven't picked up a pair of football boots for a long, long time, and I respect everything that the semi-pros actually do on a pitch there, and I wish I could be up with it, but I can't. It's not bad for a 60-year-old, a 10-minute cameo though, was it? You know, I think my forte lies in commentary and probably elsewhere.
I think you're doing quite amazing, not just running around for 10 minutes, but then climbing up onto this gantry afterwards. You need to be a Marine to get up here.
The great David James is now sporting the Hawks kit, so he looks to be coming on any minute for his stint in the home team.
David James apparently hasn't kicked a ball in anger since before the pandemic, so hopefully he remembers some of his skills. Carlos back on for pledge ball. Oh, sorry, Whitehawk. Same thing, really. Going for glory, and what a finish. What a finish. Curls it round the good defender into the bottom left-hand corner there. What a great goal. 4-1 to the Hawks.
Just caressed that round the keeper there, great strike.
Adam Hills will come back on for Gary Palmer. The Janner up front playing the Mickey Evans role there.
I can see why the south end stand is called the din. It's quite a din, in fact, when you're defending that goal there. But fair play to the home fans. This game is treated in utmost respect for everybody involved in it. So I've got to say fair play to everyone involved on today's occasion.
What's it like playing in front of a group of fans then?
It's good because I think they know that, you know, this is the first game back and everyone's sort of, shall we term inverted commas, novices here. Well, I'll talk about the away collection of players here, but I really respect what the Whitehawk players are doing, because I think as a collective team of players they played a bit together, but they're actually giving us I won't say giving us a chance, but actually playing us a bit of respect.
Another good chance there for the Hawks. Carlos Castman opening up space for Ash Goldsmith on the left there. Good save again from Tom Letizia. Carlos, and just over, another good strike.
Long arm. Well done, long arm. Brilliant. Great shift, lad. Great shift. How are we doing up there on the commentary?
Bloody brilliant.
Good? Yeah, they're from Guernsey. I can see it come back here. We're going to have a bit of post-match for the Goose, I think.
Sean Waters there, scored the second goal. Coming back on, driving forward.
Who's the number 11 I was marking?
Archie Goldsmith.
Very useful.
23, I think he is. So yes.
So I can give him 37 years? No, 37 years.
Yeah, 23, local lad. Yeah. Grew up in Whitehawk. Volunteers with the Crew Club, which is the local youth group.
He's like a spring, isn't he, obviously?
Yeah, there's definitely some youthful legs on the Hawk side by the look of it. The talk of the Crew Club, we're Darren Snow MBE, who set it up back in about 20 odd years ago, was due to be playing, but fortunately he's got an injury. But, I'll give it a little plug because I'm taking part as well. We're doing a 60-mile sponsored bike ride for the Crew Club to raise money for the Crew Club to take some young people from the estate out on summer trips during the summer holidays. So that's coming up in middle of July, Sunday. Should have remembered the date, but if you look at the crew club, look up Darren Snow, you'll be able to. Brian Housing Trust was organising it. You'll be able to find details. There'll be lots of other charities doing sponsored bike rides that day as well. So all for good causes around the area. Marcelo's coming back on.
Number 6 that's limping off. If memory serves me, I think he's Dominic. Known as Dominic. From the brief 30 seconds in the changing room as we prepared for this event. It's great though, it's a great occasion where folks that have never met each other before come to meet in a common area of football. Which, like Mark says, we see it on the TV in the Euros. We've seen the women's game quite frequently on the telly, but to see it here in the flesh at East Brighton Park is absolutely, there's no substitute for it.
I mean, bear in mind it's a Whitehawk Community Day. I mean, what Mike just said then is about a group of people coming together to play football together. It's almost a metaphor for community. A group of people who might not even know each other, but they've got a shared common purpose and all coming together to basically have a good time and work together for a common purpose. Number 8 with another good bit of skill in the box, good strike, another good save from the goalkeeper. Probably been the busiest of the keepers in the second half. About half an hour into the second half. Adam Hilton breaking forward, back on the pitch, taking the captain's armband. Corner for Whitehawk, good defending. Hawks leaving themselves exposed with everyone going up for to challenge the corner. I'm hoping the Guernsey number 8 has a bit of pace because he might be able to run into them. I know Ben's tracking back.
Our favourite programme editor. He's done well.
So number 6 coming on for the Hawks there, coming back in the centre back is Brian Coyle. He's actually the guy that set up the East Brighton co-op that delivered loads of food during lockdown. First half I got my numbers mixed up.
It's not easy with a numbering situation with a duplicate numbers, isn't it?
I think we've got 2 2s, 2 3s, 3 12s. Solid chest there from George Knott. Jay Redford showing a little bit of class and just pulls it wide, skips through. Fitness probably starting to show now with about a quarter of an hour to go.
So Jamo's any second going to come on now, I would say.
Yeah, looks like David James warming up. Well, by warming up, sort of putting his hand on the hips.
Just wait for a breaking play, he'll be on.
The drums sound like they're out for Whitehawk now. Getting a bit of sound generated there. Trying to make it the din. Oh, Jamal's back
Jamal.
on. Remember the Guernsey goal scorer. Bit of an overlap there, couldn't quite find them. Excellent trap there from Carlos. Good ball through to Adam, who heavy touch, slightly heavy touch. Keeper reads it well. 4-1 to the Hawks against Guernsey Mainlanders. Good header from George there. Sean Waters there playing head tennis with himself. Score of the second goal. Brian there clears it, just puts his laces through it. That's what you want to see. Ooh.
Bit of a homer.
Mark,
So that tongue in cheek.
in the comments. Nothing. get back on. I've got no chance otherwise. I might do it myself. Where's my phone?
Odson's asking if anyone wants him back on the pitch, then to put some comments in, any emojis. I think he's just basically looking for any excuse to get it back on the pitch.
I think he's better at managing, I think.
Chief cheerleader, gets everyone going. Marcelo on the ball. Marcelo's one of those, again, interesting characters that comes to Whitehawk. Just published a book about teaching, and former teacher, knows about getting kids motivated and enjoying school.
Nice step over.
Break here for Guernsey. Breaking through. Ooh, good touch. Brian on the ball, strolling out like Franz Beckenbauer. Carlos on the ball, overlap there. Adam.
Oh, someone's got to get back in the. Oh
no! Carlos Castman there, scoring for Hawks, making up for the miss that he did in the first half. Making it 5-1.
I'll see if they want me back on.
That break and play, just entering the pitch now. David James coming on for Whitehawk. Wanting to shoot down here for the last 10 minutes. Okay, so Alan Moore from North Carolina wants odds on the pitch. So luckily where the gantry is at the Hawks, we can shout down to the home bench. But Alan Moore, you want odds and on? We'll get odds and on. And this is when you'll see proper non-league commentary in action. I now shout down to odds and get him on. Odds! Odds! Alan Moore from North Carolina wants you on the pitch.
Alan Moore, thank you, Alan Moore.
He says thank you. I won't say what the bench said that I should say to Alan Moore, but I think they're very, very happy is all we can agree. Great ball there, through from Carlos through to Adam.
Always chip the keeper.
Archie managed to keep it in. Jay's in place. Oh, heavy touch. And, great save from Tom Letizier. Great save.
How many more?
Hawks have got a corner. If only there was some 6'5" former England keeper that could go up front for the Hawks to maybe get his head on the ball. Of course, former Hawks keepers have got in the news in the last week after scoring goals. So Lucas Kovalan.
Oh, James.
And almost as if it was written in the stars, but not quite. David James gets his head on the ball and heads it over. But last weekend, Lucas Kovalan, who played for Torquay, scored in the 95th minute for Torquay to equalise in the playoffs, in the non-league playoffs. Lucas Kovalan used to play for Whitehawk about 4 years ago. Was one of the Latin American contingent that came when we had our Argentinian coach. Jay Camford there, putting his getting busy in the midfield. David James there getting his hand on the ball.
Was that a push?
Carlos gets. Great strike, number 2 for Archie Goldsmith. So David James to Carlos Castman to Archie Goldsmith. When Carlos Castman started doing socials for Pledge Ball, I don't think he ever expected to be setting up a goal after being passed to by David James.
He didn't score when I was marking him.
Quite right, Mike. Did Guernsey let in any goals when you were in defence?
No, not at all.
There you go.
So, I'm here for the commentary primarily.
I think you should be here for the defence as well.
No, it's a great occasion.
I'm surprised he's not here.
All done in very good spirits.
That's when...
There's some weary looking Guernsey legs out there.
I wouldn't mind, but Alan only ever turns up when the manager's just on
Odds is warming up down there, Alan, so hopefully he'll get on soon.
Go on, 16.
Guernsey break there, Guernsey break. Good skills. Ooh, went for glory.
Does Alan Moore want an own goal?
Alan Moore, North Carolina, odds is on. He just asked if you want an own goal, so I hope there's no corruption going on here. Some sort of betting syndicate in place. Archie Goldsmith on a hat-trick, taken off. Owen Devereaux back on the pitch. Luckily we don't read the comments. I'm sure there's some Owen Devereaux fans in the audience. There's Brian trying to stride out like Beckenbauer again. Gets his... Oh, well played, Jay. David James. Ooh, what a... Threads a pass. It was like through the eye of a needle. If that needle was... Oh, Carlos.
And again.
Unorthodox save there off the shoulder, but very effective. Take your eyes off the pitch for a second and a goal goes in. That's the end-to-end action in this match. Great finish. 5-2, the Hawks against the Mainlanders.
Number 18 with it.
Number 18.
Our player that's played before, we can't think of the name. I think his name's Steve, his Christian name.
More rolling stubs. Alan Hilton coming off. Gary Palmer back on up front. In his mind, he's Tommy Tynham.
The great Plymouth club.
Gary's from Plymouth. I grew up as a Plymouth Argyle fan as well, so.
The legend down there, isn't he?
Legend. Hodson on the ball. Oh, he's now showing his skills. Now he's showing his skills.
Pass back as well. And he's got it.
Oh. Only now could Hodson criticise David James for a poor pass. Obviously the bespectacled odds and evens there, thinking he's Edgar Davids. Another chance for Guernsey. Make it 3. Ooh, and it goes wide.
I think there's a similar position to the goal playing, isn't it?
Scoreboard's catching up now, 6-2 to the Hawks against the Mainlanders. Thought my maths was out a bit earlier.
Yeah, no. Seems a bit like a cricket scoreboard, isn't it, when they do a few at a time. It's saves climbing back up the stairs again, all the numbers. Yeah.
Remember watching a rugby game, Torquay Athletic. I can't remember who they're playing, but the scores went up over 3 digits for the Torquay. Really? And the poor old man who was the volunteer putting the scores out, he was up and down that ladder more times than he ever should have done. Luckily, we've got these electronic scoreboards now.
Yes, yes. How long has the club had that scoreboard in place?
Well, Hodson diving for a penalty there, playing to the audience rather than playing for the ball. So Mike asked about the scoreboard. We've had it about a year. So I think it might have started the start of this last season that was then stopped.
So the first team would have had a game with it operational.
Yeah, I think it might have been the first game of the season actually, or pre-seasons last summer. We had a new tannoy system as well that was fitted. Again, great work from Kev Miller, the commercial guy, who's sort of worked through some of this stuff.
I met him at Lewis about 4 years ago. He was the commercial director there.
He's done some great work here, and we got a new tannoy system, and it was fitted about beginning in November, and of course we never played a game until now.
No, that's right. Yeah.
So the last game here was October the 31st for Halloween, and then the season was cancelled.
Yeah.
It was Halloween. People were dressed up in for Halloween costumes, and it was just a good laugh. And you sort of thought, oh, this is what it's all about.
Yeah.
And then it sort of just stopped. So Lee Pettit coming off there, who one of the coaches at Crew Club. Aaron Tompkins, come on.
Young man.
Well, the young mainlanders, Alfie, just coming off. Had a good chance 10 minutes ago. Brian there playing a hospital pass across the face of goal. Dangerously so, because the ambulances that were here to do the vaccines have all left, so that hospital pass could have been really dangerous. Some silky skills there.
I think at the start of the game they said there's 7 vaccines left, didn't they, to dish out. Whether they used them all right.
They said they had to get rid of them all today, and by the fact that they've gone, I'm guessing that they got rid of them all, which means more people vaccinated. Excellent. Great finish. Ooh, off the crossbar. Still in play. Ooh, that was going through. That was on target, and there was no way Rob was getting that.
Yeah, talk to each other. Oh, Josh just pulled something on his thigh there. Number 14.
Danger on a hot day. Oh, he's...
Watch out for Carlos.
Thinks he's Roberto. To be fair, he thinks he's Roberto Carlos with that run down the left there from left back. Does well to get a corner for the Hawks. No disrespect to Guernsey, but this is purely curiosity. I always liked it when the video printer came on Football Focus with 7 and then in brackets 7 written down out. And I'm not sure if the Hawks scoreboard can do the writing out bit in brackets afterwards. So, and after that finish, we won't see it now either.
Yes, that's number 2.
He spied glory.
Good ball to Josh.
Ooh, good head, very brave. Oh, skinned him. Ooh. The young legs of Adam Hilton there, sweeping up. And now Watson now spying glory on the right wing there. Oh, thinks he's Steven Gerrard. Fails to find David James there with after his frankly disgusting nutmeg of that Guernsey player.
Go on, Jamal.
Pure filth.
Nice.
Game opening up. Guernsey starting to get some chances, getting some players forward. Seems like the Odston fan club's in the end there. Ooh, couldn't quite find his man there. Get over there.
I think he was trying to keep onside there, wasn't he?
Yeah. Ooh, very brave. And 3 for Guernsey. No more than they deserved after that passage of play. 6-3.
That was Josh, I don't know his surname.
Couple of minutes to go.
And number 14.
David James Jones is... Don't lose it. Ooh. Owen Devereux there, been tackled.
I don't think the visitors have been overawed by the presence of the great Jamo, have they? There's, I think obviously got 2 goals, haven't they, since he's been on? Whitehawk have got 1 or 2 since he's been on.
It's always a great sign when a former England keeper comes on and then your side lose 2 goals. He has a strike. Ah, he went for glory. I think maybe our voices carry up here on the commentary, Gantry, but maybe he felt stung by our criticism.
18 wants it. Oh, it's big fish.
Rob with a big kick out. Carlos under. Oh, good control from Carlos. Game really opening up. Good ball there from David James. Great save with the feet. Ooh, the Whitehawk crowd there almost trying to pull the ball into the net from David James, almost willing him to score. Really excellent ball there from Jamal through to number 18. Great finish. Is a comeback on the cards, 6-4. 3 goals in about 6 minutes for the Guernsey, for the mainlanders.
That definitely decided. More goals conceded since the jam open.
As Mike was saying there, England goalkeeper comes on and we've let in 3 goals. And if you're not watching but just listening, David James is playing in the sort of number 10 role, so can't really criticise him. Unless we're criticising him for not doing the high press.
He's a man mountain in it, James. He's actually, I mean, he must do a lot of weight training in the gym.
Brian, there, Franz Owen, sorry, Brian Beckenbauer there, striding out, reading the game well. Guernsey thinking they're back in the game, coming back. Another, slightly heavy pass there. Incredible. I think we can all wonder at how that went through. It's at times like this that you realise a lot of football is about luck. Adam Hilton going for glory, and
well done, keeper.
The Guernsey keeper, Tom Letizia, has had a really good game. Can't really be criticised for any of the goals.
Go on.
Guernsey looking for their 5th. Ooh. Here you go, 90 minutes. Great. Thanks, Mike. 6-4 to the Hawks against the Guernsey Mainlanders on this community day at the enclosed ground. Thanks for listening, thanks for watching. More importantly, thanks for supporting the Guernsey and the Hawks. Non-league football needs you, our communities need us. Can't wait for the new season. See you all soon.